I'm Reuters columnist James Saft. Volatility in financial markets has been incredibly low recently. In fact, reaching levels we haven't seen since before the onset of the great financial crisis in 2007. This is astounding given the fact that Europe could come off the rails at any time, we're heading for a fiscal cliff and a US presidential election, and the Chinese economy is rapidly cooling. To understand why this might be true, and whether or not this low volatility is here to stay, it's a good idea to look at another period of low volatility, the so-called Great Moderation in the economy that happened between the 1980s and just about 2007. This was the idea, beloved of economists, that central bankers, if you left them alone, would do such a good job managing the economy that we wouldn't have any more depressions, we'd only have mild recessions, and they wouldn't happen very often. Of course, this was all poppycock. The real truth was that central banks were giving liquidity everywhere whenever financial markets got in difficulty, whenever the economy looked like it was going down, and they weren't fighting bubbles on the other side. That allowed for a huge expansion of debt. That allowed for a long period of strong growth. But the volatility wasn't gone. It was suppressed. And that volatility came out in spades in 2007 with great destructive force that we're still feeling today. I'm concerned that the same thing is happening in financial markets now, and that the low volatility we're seeing is just a mirage. Remember, everyone's counting on central banks to give us everything that we need in order to allow markets to go on in their happy way. Central banks might do that, but then again, they might disappoint. My feeling is you can suppress volatility, but you can't eliminate it. It's going to come back over time. And if we're having a period of low volatility now, depending on central banks, we may find ourselves sorely disappointed sometime in the near future.